Good morning, good morning. Hello, hello. Let me try to get this camera flipped around here. There we go. How are you, everybody? I am Robin Link. I'm still half asleep as I sit here and go through my whole normal thing of, oh, I'm on camera. Let me fix my hair. Oh boy, how are you guys today? I'm really, really, really happy that you're here with us and here with me. I am Robin Link. I'm here with your energy forecast for April 13th, 2016 to April 19, 2016. In case you don't know me, I am a life strategist and a healer and a strategic intervention coach, and I help you to feel better about yourself so that you can live the life you want to live. So let's get right into this week's energy forecast. I have to tell you, sometimes these forecasts really feel like they're talking to me. This week's, seriously, I'm like, are you sure this is for everybody? So here we go. The theme of the upcoming week, oh boy, it's all about patience. Oh yeah, patience. We all have a little problem with that, don't we? Well, I don't know about you. Hello, have a huge problem with patience. Yeah, boo patience. Absolutely. Probably, I gotta tell you, this is probably more of a difficult life lesson to learn and work with and master than, believe it or not, forgiveness. Because seriously, as human beings, and especially with the way things are happening nowadays, yeah, goddess, ugh, seriously. And especially with the way things are happening nowadays, I mean, all night long, you can get the news that's going on anywhere in the world at any second immediately, right? You pick up your smartphone, and there it is. It used to be, many, many years ago, I don't know about you guys, but, when I was a kid, you used to write letters to people because calling, oh my God, long distance calling was ridiculous, and you couldn't even reach certain parts of the country or the universe that easily. It would be this whole long, drawn-out process to call, let's say, Italy. Now you pick up your smartphone and you can text, and you're immediately connected. So when we're working with things like releasing habits and oh boy, and trying to get your business going and losing weight, it doesn't happen overnight. So you end up starting to feel like there's something wrong with you because it's not happening as fast as you think it should. And we see movie stars, yeah, I'll tell you about it, right? And we see movie stars and we see all these different people out there, and it looks like they woke up one day and they were just an immediate overnight success. And what you forget about, because it's not publicized, is how many nights they spent in their car, how long they were homeless, how long they lived with their parents, how long they waited tables. You don't hear about any of this. You don't hear that maybe it was a lifelong dream from age 5 and they finally made it big at age 55, and it just looks like it was a freaking overnight success. So we really, really, as human beings and as spiritual beings, we have to learn how to connect with our divine timing so that we understand that just because something doesn't happen immediately, it doesn't mean that it's not going to happen. And so here's the thing. What's the energy that's going to be supporting us? It's interesting because the energy that's supporting us is actually the angel of addiction. And so what they're telling me in this case is that there's a lot of us, and God, I pray me too, who's going to be released from this addiction of needing to have instant gratification, immediate results, so that we can start trusting our God self, right? I tell you all the time, you're God. So if you're God, you got the energy. to overcome this, right? And get rid of this addiction. It's not that I want to sit here and say, oh, there's something wrong with you because you're impatient. No. All of us have just been taught wrong. And so our human selves are still just hanging on to this thing. And I'm not going to lie here. Part of it does come from the fact that we know we're God, right? Because we know God can make things happen in an instant. But we're still on this physical human planet where some things take longer, some energies, like you can shift the energy of something, but for it to manifest in the physical, it sometimes just takes longer. You know, it's not about poof and the elephant is sitting in the room. And I really want you to think about this. I mean, they say Sai Baba, who used to be able to make things appear out of thin air, okay? So this is a very high spiritual teacher in his human form. But the things that he used to make appear, from my understanding, were things like dust and small things, okay? Now, I don't want to belittle the miraculousness of that, but what I want you to see that is even somebody of that vibration and that spiritual magnitude can't make an elephant appear in the middle of your room by snapping his fingers, okay? The other thing you have to think about is he ended up, you know, in a wheelchair late in life. So with all the prayer and everything else that man has and all the connection had and all the connection and everything, he didn't live forever in his human form. And his human form did eventually experience human limitation. Okay? So all I'm saying to you is don't make yourself freaking wrong because you can't make certain things happen instantaneously, even though you know it should. And it's not that it's impossible. It's just that a lot of us, most of us, just simply aren't there yet. I mean, look at the Dalai Lama, okay? Now, he can change a lot of stuff. He couldn't stop what happened in his homeland. He can't snap his fingers and create world peace, which is his deepest wish. Because he's still working with people who have several different layers of unconsciousness and separation and not recognizing their God self and their divinity and all those beautiful pieces of us. And I'm not saying that any of this is impossible, but what I'm saying to you is I don't want you to hold yourself up to these not impossible, but unlikely examples that just aren't going to happen right now, most likely. They can happen. But you got to have the patience for it. So this week, the energy of addiction is going to be helping us to release ourselves and release you from the addiction of instant gratification. Now, here's the energy that's going to be challenging you. And I asked them twice because to me, these cards needed to be reversed. But the challenge this week is going to be joy. And I'm not lying here. This is why I'm saying this week really feels like they're talking directly to me. Joy has not been in my world for about the past week or so. It's been lessened for a while as I'm going through my own transitions. But this week it's been especially challenging. And it's going to continue. Okay? And the key is to not let the lack of joy or any emotion that you don't enjoy run your life. I mean, I'm all about being truthful. I'm all about being human. I did not feel like getting on today. I was like, oh man, I got to get on. I got to channel. I have to smile for everybody because I don't want to, sit there and spread blah, 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 right? And I just didn't want to do it, but I did. I did because it's not just about me. It's because I've been gifted with this ability to channel the energies and channel the universal energies and to be able to deliver the information to you. And that's bigger than me just not feeling my best right now. And so it's not about me feeling crappy. It's about me being of service to you. So this is where, when you are challenged by joy this week, and you don't want to do, the Goddess 74 saying she's been feeling like she's tugged between peace and chaos. Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. So the thing is, when you don't want to do something that you really know is good for you, or that you made a commitment to, and it is aligned with you. I'm not talking about saying yes to things that you don't want to do because you feel like people are imposing on you or they just aren't in alignment with who you are. But if it's something that you just don't feel like doing just because you're feeling shitty, I'm going to say to you, get yourself in that space of it's being of service. Right? When the joy isn't there and you don't feel like doing it, get yourself in the space of service. If I didn't do that today, I still would be, in my pajamas. Well, maybe not my pajamas because I'm waiting for the repair guys. But I'd probably just still be, hanging around and moping. And who knows, I might mope when I'm done. But at least right now, I'm connected to my truth, and I'm connected to my God self, and I'm channeling this higher vibration energy, and I'm being in service to you, and I'm doing something that brings me joy and is fulfilling. Even if it's just for 15 minutes. So when that joy doesn't show up for you this week, make it about somebody else. Make it about somebody else, whether it's your kids, whether it's your coworkers, doesn't matter who it is. Make it about somebody else, and remember that once you get into that space, once you overcome your human resistance, because here's the other thing, the human, when you're in that depression and the blah and the whatever, it's great for it because it gives the brain food for all those subconscious beliefs that maybe you're not good enough and no, who are you to say you're God and all that kind of crap. So connecting into that divinity again and serving, being of service for others in spite of not feeling up to it emotionally and mentally, it takes some of the strength away from all those negative thoughts, okay? So here's where your aha moments are going to be, and they're going to be in the space of attraction. So you are going to be attracting to you lots of instances where where patience is going to be required. But the good thing is you're also going to be attracting instances that are going to allow you to release the addiction to instant gratification and being concerned that things aren't working and just not being good enough and all. I can't even think of all of those words right now. I don't want to, honestly. All the shit that makes you feel bad. You're going to be attracting also opportunities for that to be let go. And the way you're going to do it is you're going to step into the joy, even though it's going to be a challenge. You're going to force yourself to get up and do what needs to be done, even though you don't feel like it. Okay? And those, again, you are going to be attracting those instances. But remember, just as you're going to be attracting the instances and where it'll feel like, oh God, patience is required again. Oh, I don't want to wait any longer. Seriously, what the hell was Robin talking about? You're going to be attracting the help. And that's really important to remember. Okay? So, let me just a minute. I felt like there was something else that they wanted to say, and it's not coming to me. So I guess I either said it or we don't need it anymore and the energy shifted. So please, everybody, just be kind to yourself. It's okay if it takes things longer than you want them to take. And at the same time, don't be afraid that if something's taking longer than you want to take, don't be afraid to look at it and just see, is this simply just something that's taking a little longer than I want it to take? Or are there other steps that I need to do or take? I mean, I ended up having a little bit of a rant this week on Facebook about marketing, and just the way that marketing is based. In general, people are more willing to get out of fear than they are to move towards pleasure. Okay, they're willing to work harder to get out of fear because fear hurts. Than marketing than they are to move into something that's going to give them pleasure. It's I call it a psychological disorder, but it's just something that's been proven over and over and over again. So what happens is, just like in the case of patience, what people will do because the waiting is painful, they'll go and they'll take millions of steps that don't serve them just to get the heck out of feeling impatient, just to feel like they're doing something, right? And that alone doesn't serve you. It just doesn't. What serves you is maybe looking at everything again, asking yourself, asking the universe, is there something I can do to speed it up? Yes or no? If the answer is no, okay, it's, you're in acceptance and allowance, and that dissipates some of it. But in the terms of marketing, it's very difficult for me to scare people into taking classes, into signing up for workshops, into working with me. It's very difficult for me to do that. And so on that note, I'm just kind of switching things around. I'm just saying it like it is. I'm doing a workshop this coming week, and I'm like, look, you too, mind, body, soul. It's not easy, but it's literally, you gotta be, I gotta be straight with people. I have to be straight. And working with me is not easy at all, because I make you look at your shit. And we get down and we dig in to all those crevices that you've been hiding things for years and years and years and years. And we bring them up so that we can look at them and let them go. But the thing is, once they're gone, man, you're in such a better place. So the point is, this year, this week, on top of everything else, you are going to have to let some stuff go. Have patience with yourself as you move through the process. And remember that the habit of being impatient, you're used to it. And if that's one of the things that's being let go, if you're getting more in alignment with divine timing, you might try to grab onto it. No, 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 I'm an impatient person. I've been an impatient person all my life. I don't know who I am if I'm not an impatient person. That's okay. That's okay. Just be kind to yourself. Love yourself. Remember that you do have, you are God. The God is within you. Just call on it to help you. So, my sweet friends, I thank you so much for being here. I'm Robin Link. I'm the creator of Spiritual Perfectionists Anonymous. I am Source. Yeah. You know what? I say, Synergy, I say now I am God. And sometimes I say, when I'm having a really hard time, I say, I call on the God within me. I call on the God within me. I call on the God within me. And that helps too. That kind of wakes it up. You're very welcome, mind, body, soul. So again, I'm Robin Link. I'm the creator of Spiritual Perfectionists Anonymous, which is a free Facebook community where we join together to help and support each other in learning how to let go of these human perfectionist tendencies so that we can live as our God selves and so that we can enjoy living on this planet. You're very welcome. As human beings and spiritual beings and learn how to integrate it. So thank y'all for being here. That was the energy forecast. Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome. That was this week's energy forecast, and I'm going to be putting it up on YouTube. Please share. Please share it with people. Let's get it out there to more people. Okay? Thanks so much. I love you all. Bye.